Today we are going to show you all of the functions of the eFoil Remote. All right, we have the battery installed, and now we're going to connect the cable. And just like with the charger, you want to have the arrow pointed in line with the side of the battery that has the logo. And you can actually feel the teeth of the connector slide into the grooves of the terminal. You can simply place it on top and twist it, and it falls right in just like that. All right, a little bit hard to do with one hand, but you can hear the happy chime when you get the terminal connected with the powertrain cable. And there's my registration. We're going to turn on the remote by pressing the button once. When you turn on your remote, you're going to see the lock symbol, you're going to see the battery percentage, and you will also see a visual of the battery in the ring there. That green ring is a visual representation of the battery level, and you will only see the battery percentage when the screen is locked and you are not in motion. You will also see the Bluetooth confirmation symbol in the top left and the battery symbol for the battery level of the remote itself. So I would recommend before you go out on any trip to turn on your remote and check the battery level of both the foil battery and that of your remote as well to ensure that everything is charged up. And if it's not, you will have time to remedy that before your trip. To unlock your remote, you want to press and hold the main button there. You're going to press it for about 1 or 2 seconds, and you will see the symbol unlock. Now you are ready to press the trigger to make the propeller spin. As you can see there, the water is a source of coolant, so you do not want to run your motor dry very much or at all. Let's unlock again. So if you press it just a little bit, you can see that the red circles back. So you have to be sure that you press it all the way, not just until the red goes away, but you'll see a green symbol envelop the lock before it unlocks fully. So press and hold, boom, right there. You will also notice the power level. There are 15 power levels. We're currently at level 10. In order to increase the power level, you press the button once. Goes up to 11, once, 12. Double tap brings it back down. Double tap, 10. Double tap, 9. Double tap, 8, etc. Single tap, 9. And you can do this while you're running and flying on the surface of the water as well. All right, so I want to show you how long it takes for the remote to lock back up. So if the remote is inactive for a period of time, it will actually lock itself as a safety precaution. So we're going to unlock and then wait to see how long it takes for the remote to lock back up simply out of inactivity. So press unlock. If you'd like to skip ahead 30 seconds, it takes exactly 30 seconds of inactivity for the remote to relog. At this time, I'd like to discuss the power levels more in detail. The power levels are a speed limiter. For example, if you would like to limit the full speed of the eFoil to, say, 3/4 of the power, you can use power level 10 out of 15, and when you mash the trigger, the eFoil will go no faster than the power given to you at power level 10, 3/4 of the total speed. There we go, it locked back up. There are 3 ways that the safety lock will activate on your remote. Inactivity, loss of Bluetooth connection, which can happen via loss of range or submersion in the water. And the third thing is you can activate the lock manually. Let's test Bluetooth connectivity loss via submersion in the water to simulate a crash. We'll unlock the remote, and then we're going to submerge it. And you can see that we have a connect to motor to begin, and then it connected to the motor. So it lost Bluetooth entirely, which is why it showed that connect to motor screen. But now it's connected to the motor via Bluetooth. and we have to unlock the remotes once again. So now let's go ahead and test Bluetooth range disconnection. So we're going to press the remote here, unlock it. If you see the connect to motor to begin screen, no battery in range, that means that the motor is not connected to the battery and or you have lost Bluetooth range entirely. Now I'm walking toward the board. So the Bluetooth range is fairly short, and it will be even shorter when the board is in actual true use on the water, because there will be some water settling into the perimeter around the hatch, which will minimize the Bluetooth connectivity down to about 10 feet of range based on my experiences with this and my longer foil board that is a foot longer than this one, the green one that you've seen in my other videos. When you get your eFoil from foil, there will be a note to tell you not to let water submerge the hinges. If water has submerged the hinges, then it will have submerged the entire perimeter of the hatch, at which point there is no room for the Bluetooth to escape the board, because carbon fiber will block Bluetooth signal as well as water. So the only place that the Bluetooth is able to escape is from the perimeters of the battery bay hatch. All right, so now let's show you how to forcefully lock the remote. So we're going to unlock the remote, and then you're going to press and hold about 5 seconds, and it will lock back up again. If you were to hold the button continuously twice as long for 10 seconds, you'll actually shut off the screen. So that is a way to manually turn off the screen. Keep in mind that if you do forcefully turn off the screen of the remote with a 10-second button press while the powertrain is attached to the battery, you will reset the battery of the eFoil. This will not damage the battery. It's just a simple turning off the battery, resetting it, and turning it back on. So if ever you need to reset the battery, that is how you do it as well. And I have a separate video discussing that specifically. I'm back from an amazing ride on beautiful Lake Powell on this overcast day. One thing I couldn't show you from the water because I'm filming alone is when I get back to shore and I'm preparing to bring my board onto land, I will manually lock the remote by pressing the button for 30 seconds. 5 seconds. Otherwise, you'll have to wait for about 30 seconds. And then that ensures that I'm not going to accidentally run the motor, spin the propeller while I'm trying to mess with the board and get it into position to carry it into shore, onto land. So, if you need any tips on how to carry your board in and out of the water, I'll have a video about that and many other videos. But before we go, I want to show you how to turn off the screen, because you don't have to hold the button for 10 seconds. You can simply place it on the wireless charging Bluetoothing dock on the side of the battery, and the screen will go off. So let me show you that right now. You can see the remote here, connect to motor to begin, and it's right here on land. And we just simply place it on the dock, and the screen goes off. Woohoo! And it'll charge while you carry it up the shore, put it into your car, and go home, and it'll be ready for the next ride. But as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I recommend that you turn on the remote, check the power level of the battery and the remote battery before every ride to ensure that you will be able to ride to the foilist. Live life to the foilist, my friends. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, check out my other videos. Definitely helps me a lot. Thank you very much. And if you're ever at Lake Powell, look me up. Send me a message on Instagram or YouTube, and we'll go out and glide. If there's any or ever corrections or additions to make to my videos, I will put that in the comments pinned to the top. I may also put it in the video description as well.